So without any further ado, let's get started. Over to you, Dr. Sunny.
Okay, it's been absolutely incredible to see all of you here today. And also, very importantly, as our MC had just mentioned, we have a very VVVIP today with us. ASEA, our product partner, who is actually, and this week and the other week, I mean, we have been very successful by, a lot of people are actually buying the ASEA product because they are seeing a lot of increasing benefit, and some of them are really on this particular platform. And also mentioning about our upcoming conference, we're going to have Dr. Roberto, who is one of the clinicians on the ASEA group. And he's going to be speaking live. He's going to be flying into London on the 18th or the 19th of October, and he will take the full stage. So the whole of Sunday, and in fact, to a very, very high degree, on Saturday will be about redox and how natural preventative measure can be taken using the ASEA product. In fact, majority of us are actually gaining the benefit on a daily basis. And Judy, I think she's going to be on this platform shortly, is doing a great job of gathering the momentum and bringing everybody together. As you know, this platform is all about how you can improve and optimize your health. And one of those is actually once your immune system is optimized, your immune system is enhanced, guess what happens to you? Your body will be highly balanced. And this is what you're going to be hearing today from our practitioner, Barbie Phillips. But to get these information down to us, we have the mediator here, which is Trish. Trish, you are very, very welcome, and we are grateful that you are able to participate every single Wednesday. You want to hear the nugget of what we're going to be talking about? The only time, which is a privileged time, is every first Wednesday of each month. Isn't that amazing? Our goal is to help the over 8 billion people on the planet to be able to use this particular product and how they can bring our body to homeostatic state. That's incredible. And the reason why we emphasize it, because you see, a lot of us have actually used this product and they can see the efficacy and the functionality of this particular product. And you're going to hear a lot more about it. Let's get started. Trish, you are now already a co-host, and we all look forward listening to you with eager anticipation of what the ASEA readers can do for the human race.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Sunny. It's a pleasure to be here. So as you can tell by my accent, I'm from the United States. Like Dr. Sunny mentioned, I've been immersed in the health and wellness arena for over 30 years. So today I'm going to introduce to you Dr. Barbie Phillips, who is a chiropractor for both animals and humans. And she is going to share some very interesting information about redox signaling molecules, especially regarding animals, but also regarding humans. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I am going to, you are going to meet Dr. Barbie. You may need to turn up your speakers, I'm not sure, but I'm just ask you not to look at Facebook or anything while you're listening to Dr. Barbie, because you are going to absolutely love what she has to share today. Discover Redox webinar. We're really happy you're here. And we are super happy that our guest speaker has taken time to be with us. She is from the great state of Oklahoma, right here in the United States of America. Her name is Dr. Barbie Phillips. She is a chiropractor for both humans and animals, which is pretty unique. I'm not sure I've ever met anyone who's a chiropractor for animals and humans. So, Dr. Barbie, again, thanks for being with us. Why don't you share with us a little of your professional and or personal background?
Sure. Well, I live on a farm that's fourth generation owners of our family farm with my husband of 25 years. And I've been a chiropractor for 25 years as well. So I met my hubby while I was in school down in Dallas, Texas at Parker Originally, I graduated my undergrad from the University of Tulsa with a psychology major and a biology minor, and that was in 1992. And I went into youth and family counseling, which I really loved the career, but I didn't love the outcome. So after about a year of that, I decided it was kind of a little too depressing, and I thought, what else could I do? I prayed about it. I had always had an interest in chiropractic from having an injury in high school and met my first chiropractor who really helped me. So I looked into chiropractic school and went to Parker down in Dallas, Texas. And I graduated with my doctorate in 1999 from there. I did open my first chiropractic office about 30 miles from where I'm at now, and that was in 99. And I was there until 2020. And I'll back up just a little bit. And I did get my national certification in animal chiropractic in 2012. And that was by the American Veterinary Chiropractic Association. So I ran both offices for a while. I opened up Creation Chiropractic in 2013. And then I closed the office down in 2020, about 30 miles from here. And I've been here full time. So.
Okay, fantastic. So that's wonderful. So how long ago did you discover redox, and why did it catch your attention, Dr. Barbie?
Well, my wonderful friend, Kathleen Oliveri, introduced it to me in Stillwater, Oklahoma, when I was working at an agility dog show. And I was adjusting dogs there, and she came up to my booth, and I had some other health-related items there. And she said, well, you look very health conscious, and have you ever heard of redox? And I said, no, I haven't. And she began to tell me a little bit about it. And she handed me a tube of Renew 28, a little sample tube, and said that it was really good for the skin and wrinkles. And Kathleen, I'm not sure if I should be offended by that or not, but anyway, I took it home and I set it on my desk because I thought, yeah, you know, people introduce things to me a lot. And it sat there for several months, but it kept staring at me. So I thought, I'll try it. I'm going to stick it on my face. She said it was great for wrinkles. And when I first put it on my face, I had an aha moment, and I didn't understand it at the time, but my lungs just opened up, and the air capacity, I was like, wow, I can breathe just like I haven't breathed in years. But now that I understand the science and how it works, I had had chronic bronchial issues twice a year, every November and every February since the time I was 9 years old. And that went on till age of 50, which is when I met Kathleen. And so still to this day, it doesn't matter what body part I put that on, my lungs are the first thing that get it because I get great air. So I've been with ASEA for about 4.5 years now.
That's incredible. So you took this redox gel, you put it on your face, which isn't really that close to your lungs, and all of a sudden you feel a difference in your lungs. Mm-hmm. So you're a science person, Dr. Barbie. Explain that to the non-believers. Like, how could that possibly even happen?
Well, it did make a little sense to me when I started studying because I had used essential oils and things before, and you know, those molecules are smart. So when I found out about redox molecules, that they're smart, they're going to go where your most emergency is first. And so since I had had a history of issues, sometimes coughing up to 10 weeks at a time, which just became part of my life, it made sense to me that it was going to where the fire needed put out first. And or maybe I had the most damage. Redox molecules serve our cells, and it appeared that it was serving the cells of my lungs, and that made sense to me.
Wow, that's incredible. So then at that point, you had Kathleen's contact info, is that right? Did you reach back?
I did. I kept her business card. Yes.
Amazing. So you had this experience, you reached back out to Kathleen, or did you get online and start doing research, or what was your process of validation?
Before I actually tried it, I did about 4 months of research actually, because
Wow.
I am a science person, but my whole goal was to find out how I could disprove it, because I do things that way. And I really couldn't find anything wrong. And I had watched YouTube videos. I'd found Tyler Norton videos. I had, you know, gone on Google. I should have looked at Google Scholar now that I know that. but I researched performance. I watched videos. I'd stay up late at night because I was intrigued with it. And then I thought, well, let's try this. So I started that, and it was about 3 months later that I got a hold of Kathleen and started
Well,
the
he's
actual
gonna
liquid
camp out
version,
here
because I
for a
thought,
few
well,
days.
if the
LOL.
gel will do this, who knows? Let's try it.
That's incredible. So what happened when you started using the redox supplement?
The redox supplement. Well, I will say that all supplements affect my body usually in a very strange way, sometimes negatively. So I started really low doses, which is kind of the wrong way to do it. But my most aha thing with the liquid was that I had had heart rhythm issues for about 10 years. And within 3 weeks, I have never had an episode of that. So that was a big one. I had heard of a lot of people, having better improvement with sleep. And that didn't happen for me right away. It was actually 7 months. So, when I'm introducing someone to this, I tell them, please give it time, because we don't know what it's working on first. Digestive issues that I had, I noticed were improving, and I would rub the gel on my abdomen, and that helped a lot as well. I had really, really, really low energy and brain fog. And a lot of that had been since chiropractic school, because you didn't sleep much, you studied a lot, you had a lot to learn and digest and test, and it was a pretty fast-paced life. I went straight into building a business. Just the years and years of, I think, school set in. So I literally couldn't remember a patient's name unless I looked at the computer. It was getting bad. So the brain fog was about, I'm going to say, 5 months or 6 months before I noticed that lift. And I remember sitting there, and it was like somebody just flipped a light switch on for me. And it's like my brain started working again. So
That's incredible. Wow. So when you were Googling redox, did you see any negative information, and how did you kind of sift and sort what it was that you were going to pay attention to?
I did see negative opinions, but I'm a science person, so opinions really didn't matter. So I dug into what it was, how it was manufactured, where it came from, the science behind it. I don't really listen to people's good or bad on any products. And then, of course, having personal experience, sealed the deal.
Wow, you really are a researcher, aren't you? That's amazing.
I am. I am.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. So at what point did you decide, maybe I need to bring this into my clinic, maybe I need to share it with other humans and animals? Like, what moved you to that point?
I will say my husband started it about a month after me. And so I was watching some of his improvements. I did try it with some closest people to me. And then when I figured out, hey, I'm having some responses, I thought, let's share it with patients. And initially, I didn't know enough about it to really educate my patients very well. But I had a lot of people excited about what could happen. And so I brought it into the clinic. I ended up, having it on hand to where people could buy a tube of gel or buy, the liquid, and then we grew from there. But we would bring people in, do their chiropractic portion, and I knew that if it helped cells, it could be a missing link to helping the body heal. So then we would, at their report of findings, introduce it to them and start sharing information.
Wow. So did you share information verbally, or did you send them information, or I'm just in your...
Initially, it was verbally. Yeah,
okay.
Initially it was verbally, and I tried to educate them with all the science I knew, because that's how I communicate, and that did not work out well. I had to learn to put it in layman's terms, and I would say I probably was a couple years into it before I realized people aren't getting what I'm trying to explain to them. Maybe I should use these tools that the company put out that people can understand. So
interesting. Wow, that's great. So you have introduced quite a few animals and humans to redox. I think you were going to share some of the results, or maybe even some photos that you have.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Awesome.
I would love to do that. I'll do a screen share here. And just so I do bring this up, it is not in my scope of practice to recommend supplements or any healthcare products to animals. So I can only share my personal experiences, and the ones that you will hear on here are my animals. Yes, I've used it with clients or suggested, hey, this worked with my animal, you may want to consider it. And certainly we have had a lot of people do that. So, okay, this is Redox. He was a rescue kitty, and he was approximately 4 years old whenever he arrived on my husband's truck. So we could hear him, and he ran off the truck, and we finally captured him. He had eye issues. You can see how his eyes are real glassy. He was very sick. He had runny stools, inflamed anal area from straining to use the bathroom. And so what I did is I sprayed the Redox liquid on his bottom several times a day. I wiped his eyes with the Redox liquid. I would spray it on a cloth, a soft cloth, and just put it on his eyes. And I gave it orally to him, 2 to 3 cc's 2 times daily. He also had a burn under his tail, and I sprayed the Redox liquid under his tail until that healed up. So the first picture was when he was about 4 weeks old when he came to me. The picture on the left was only 1 week later. So you can see how his eyes cleared up, his disposition, he looks like a healthy, happy kitty. And then the one on the right side, he was 3 months old, and he currently still gets Redox molecules. He just drinks them out of a bowl. This picture is a rescue dog, actually came from a family member that passed away, and she was not in very good living conditions. She had terrible allergies. She itched all the time. Her ears were red. Her eyes were red and itchy. She scratched her face. She actually had almost like blackhead little bacteria that was all over her belly that she scratched at. And so I started spraying the Redox molecules on her belly, and I would spray her eyes. I rubbed the Redox gel in her ears, and she also had some dental issues, so I would spray it in her mouth, and the itching began to slow down. She was on 2 allergy pills twice a day, and it took about 3 years, so it's stayed consistent. It's very important to be consistent before she's now where she doesn't itch and chew and scratch and have problems. And she's a very healthy dog, and she drinks Redox out of a bowl every morning as well. This is Bo. He's another rescue. We actually found him in the middle of a road one day, and he had terrible dental issues. We ended up having to have some teeth pulled. His gums were bleeding. He had terrible bad breath. And so we began to spray the Redox molecules, the liquid, in his mouth, and he would have less buildup on his teeth. His breath got immediately better, and we would spray that on his gums, and the bleeding actually would cease for a period of time. But if we forgot to put the Redox molecules on the gum line, it would begin again. He now is to a point where he drinks Redox out of a bowl as well. This is Calico. She had chronic digestive issues. She spent 4 days at a local vet. I would go over and give her 20 cc's of Redox liquid daily. And she just wasn't making progress. She wasn't moving stools like she needed to. So the vet called and said we needed to send her to a specialist. We took her to Oklahoma City and took her to a specialist and dropped her off. We gave her the opportunity to get well over there. They gave her IVs. They called on day 4, said she wasn't making headway. They weren't sure what else they could do. The stool just wasn't moving. And so I asked if we could come see her because I felt like I was probably going to lose my horse. And so we drove 3 hours back to Oklahoma City on the 4th day. I started giving her Redox liquid rectally, and I gave it to her 20 cc's 3 times in 1 hour. I rubbed the Redox gel around the area that they had shaved for her IV, and I did that repeatedly while I was there. I did adjust and do my chiropractic therapies. I walked her. I left there that evening late and was sure that I would not maybe see my horse again. They called the next day and they said, come get your horse. She's ready to go home. So she responded really great to that, the the redox molecules, and I brought her home. I continued to give her 20 cc's rectally twice a day. It was probably around 2 weeks, and take care of her. She was still struggling with eating, but we got her up on that, and she was lethargic, but by continuing the redox, she did make a recovery from that. And then I was able to get back on my horse and ride her as a healthy horse. This incident with Calico, same horse, we were trimming trails for a trail ride, and it was very dry in our area. We stepped up to get a drink of water, and she slid straight into the pond. The ground broke loose. I was off of her. She slid in face first. I had a hold of her face, and fortunately she flipped around and got sucked down in sideways. I'm so grateful I was off of her. And we took the saddle off, the bridle off, etc. But you can see how it was just clay, and she couldn't move. She was stuck in there. And we got her out finally, but not without having to tug and pull on her neck. She ended up with neck injuries. She ended up with pelvis injuries, a shoulder injury. And when I got her home, I started using redox on her again, 20 cc's twice a day. I used the gel redox on her as well and put that inside her gum line. I used, of course, my chiropractic therapies. She did make a recovery from this to be able to be retired at our place. However, it was a career-ending injury for her.
But without the redox, perhaps she wouldn't have even made it. Is that what you're saying?
I would agree with that 100%, Trish. This is my husband, and of course, this is a very dear to my heart testimony. The virus that he got was very life-threatening. He was taken to a hospital where he was denied treatment because he had already been 10 days symptomatic and was misdiagnosed with another ailment. And by the time he got to the ER, they said it was too late to treat him. So they basically sent him home to die. And I had a friend that worked at a hospital in another area. So I got a hold of her, and she's talked to the doctor, and we took him to a second hospital. They threw the kitchen sink at him, and they did all the treatments. We got home therapies. He was on oxygen. I began allowing him to inhale the liquid redox. I rubbed the gel on his chest. I rubbed the gel on his carotid arteries. We let him inhale liquids every hour. And this was about a week of intense treatment with him at home. But he had on x-ray bad visibility to his lungs. So it looked like the damage was going to be pretty severe. He did go to a pulmonologist for a short period of time, but he took many, many ounces of redox during this time. And after 2 months, we returned back, and he was off oxygen at that time. We returned back to the pulmonologist, and he had 0 lung damage after his terrible, terrible sickness. And he regained his health.
Wow. So did you say that you spent 7 days, night and day, without sleeping, applying redox and having him breathe the redox? Did you tell me that before?
Yes. We did intense therapy for 7 days, 24 hours a day. I took off work. Like I said, he was on oxygen, but he was in childlike behavior. He was combative. He was wearing the oxygen on his head, so I had to keep putting it back in his nose. To breathe in the redox molecules, he was not cooperative. So I really had to struggle and fight with him for 7 days to get through this before he came around.
Wow. So he's back to normal after that incident, right?
He's back to normal. It took several months, and honestly, to have a full recovery, it's been probably about 3 years. And he continues to take redox, and he's back to doing activities that we can enjoy life together. And I'm so glad that he's with us.
Incredible.
This was an insect bite. I have no idea what it was. I was under on the floor, reaching under the couch to get the rescue kitty Redox out early on his days at my house. I didn't even know I had been bitten till 2 days later when it started to hurt immensely. And it was a very large red area around it.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm actually not at home right now. I'm in Texas in a ranch house. Looks like my internet is not being super great. I think we'll just stop it there. I think you heard a lot of very wonderful experiences with redox from Dr. Barbie. I hope you enjoyed that. I have about 20 more minutes with you, Dr. Sunny. I don't know if you want me to do a little presentation on redox or what would you like to do?
You have the whole night, Trish. I mean, it's not every day we can get a hold of you. So what I just wanted to do is
At
to
that
open the
point,
Oops,
I
wait, let me
applied the
turn this off.
Redox gel
Sorry.
to it immediately.
Let me find this.
Day
and-
3,
Oh,
it started
just a sec,
burning
sorry.
profusely. And so I
Where
started
is Dr.
to put the
Barbie?
clay mask on it at that
Just
point,
a second,
and
sorry.
then follow up with the Redox
Let
gel
me go
over and
here.
over and over. And I continued the clay mask and then the
go
gel regimen for
here.
2 weeks
Let me
until it
go.
finally cleared up. Again, I have no idea what it
go.
was, but
Where
it was very
is-
severe.
Where is
What do you think
my-
would have happened if you hadn't had the Redox
Shoot.
gel and the Redox mask?
Let's see. You know what, I'm gonna
Assuming
turn
that
my
I
sound
might know
way
what it
down.
was according to the visitor.
Can
Don't
you-
worry,
can you-
if you cannot get it back up,
Can you
Trish,
hear me, Dr. Sunny?
I can hear you very, very clearly. Can you hear us?
I can't hear you. Let's see
Um,
here.
Would have
Can you hear
died
me?
off, and
Yeah, I
I could
can
have
hear
had
you.
a
Just a
really
second.
severe hole
Sorry
in my
about
leg.
this.
That's my assumption.
I'm looking for my
Science person, so that's a pretty good
Firefox
assumption.
I am a science
browser.
person, yes, and I've seen a lot of
And-
these in my office too.
I can't find it. You know what? I'm gonna come out of Zoom and come back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks.
You're so welcome.
So whilst Trish has coming back up, I would like to take 1 or 2 questions relating to what you've heard so far. What this supplement does, not only working with animal, it's also working with human. Or I put it correctly, not only working with human, but optimizing our immune capabilities, is also working and repairing animal immune adjustment and capability. So if you have any question that you want to raise relating to this particular what we've done so far, do you have that particular questions available? Any question, 1 or 2 space that we will have for you before Trish has come back or does come back? Question?
Hi, Dr. Sunny, Judith
Yes.
here.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, it's amazing see this presentation, especially her husband actually get back to life, and then we have the same experience in Utah. Last time we met a guy also been sent home to die, and of course he didn't die, and he's come to the convention and drove 2,000 miles from Virginia down to the Utah. I been hearing so many good result to using this, and myself, as I have a dog, and then I have a dog for 7 years, and then he had diarrhea. Then we also using procoline mainly, but I didn't know until 2 years later he got like allergic with chicken, so we give him chicken in the beginning, and later on he got fat intolerance. But what happened one day, I took him out and for holiday, and then I don't have anything. I don't have the Renew 28, and I cannot believe myself. I gave him lick, empty stomach, and he stopped diarrhea straight away, and it hasn't happened before for last 7 years. And I don't use my medicine anymore. I just use Renew 28, and of course I will try to be careful about what he eats. Thank you.
Very good. Excellent, Judy. That's another inspiring observed experience in terms of what a redox signaling molecule does to we as human, and also by extension, our friends, the animal. Judy, thank you for that
Question.
contribution. Yes,
Question.
Dr. Rashid, all the way from
Yes.
Philadelphia. Yes, your comment and your contribution, please.
Yes, this was an wonderful discussions or presentation by the doc. But my only question is, was there any experimental tests before in animals before she started giving it to the animals, or did she experience any toxic or side effects in those animals that she was redox to?
Hi, I'm back. Do you want me to answer that, Dr. Sunny?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you're from Trinidad? Is this Dr.
That's
Rashid?
Rashid, yeah, from Philadelphia.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm
Wow,
from
thank you.
Philadelphia.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for joining us. So ASEA has done millions of dollars of studies on humans. And ASEA has been found to have zero toxicity at any amount. In a few minutes, I'll do a presentation that explains that the redox signaling molecules in ASEA are the exact same redox signaling molecules that our bodies create within every one of our 75 trillion cells. So they are native to the body. They have zero toxicity. And they have not done studies on animals. And that's why, as you noticed, Dr. Barbie chose, knowing that these molecules are non-toxic, she chose to give them to her own animals. And she never recommends that people give them to their animals. She simply says, this is what happened to my animals. If you'd like to use it on your animals, that's your choice. So, yeah, we're actually not allowed to promote our redox molecules for animals, but of course we can share our own stories, which is all that she did, right? So does that answer your question, Dr. Rashid?
That's great. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you want me to go into this little presentation, Dr. Sunny, because I have to leave at the top of the hour today?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Okay.
you're already a co-host, or let me make you.
I'm a co-host, I believe.
Let me repeat the process.
I'm good. I'm good. It's all set up. It's fine. Okay, so we'll start right here. Okay, so we'll start right here. Okay, so if you are a guest on this webinar today, I would recommend that you thank the person who invited you to this presentation. And we'd like to welcome everyone who is here. We'd like to welcome athletes, because athletes can certainly benefit from redox molecules with better performance, faster recovery. We'd also like to welcome anyone who is a health seeker. Many people have been to all kinds of doctors and tried all kinds of things and have not found the answers that they're looking for. And many, many people find their answers with redox signaling molecules. We'd like to welcome anybody who's interested in anti-aging. I think we'd all like to live younger longer and look younger longer, right? And welcome healthy people who choose to be healthy, who choose to stay healthy, even as we grow older. Welcome to people looking for a better way of life with ASEA redox signaling molecules. Okay, now my slide is not advancing. This happens every time I get on my laptop, Dr. Sunny. It doesn't happen when I'm at home on my big computer.
Don't worry,
when I travel, I'm clicking escape. I'm clicking forward. I guess my internet's probably frozen now. I'm not in that. I was gonna tell you I'm in Texas. I'm at a ranch. And I don't have the best internet. You know what? I'm going to go outside. And oh, there it is. I think I got it. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got it now. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I think the internet just blips off. Okay, so today we are going to take a few minutes to discover ASEA. Well, what is ASEA? ASEA is the name of a company. ASEA is also the name of a product. So ASEA, the company, is a very unique company in Pleasant Grove, Utah, in the United States. It is the only company in the world that produces bioactive, stabilized redox signaling molecules outside of the body. There is no other company in the world that has cracked the code, which includes multiple US international patents and hundreds of trade secrets, which are even protected more than patents do. This is the ASEA manufacturing plant, also in Utah. Again, there is no other plant like this in the world that produces redox signaling molecules outside of the body. And Judith was just there a couple of weeks ago. It was great to see her all the way from the UK. So ASEA only grows by word of mouth. They don't do any advertising, and they have spread now to 35 countries with multiple distribution centers around the world. They've done millions of dollars of business, and this is all by word of mouth. When someone like Dr. Sunny invites you to a webinar and you learn about redox signaling molecules. So that is the power of relationship marketing, right? We don't really believe stuff we see on TV or on Facebook, but we believe our friends, right? So sometimes you'll go to Google and you'll put ASEA, you'll type ASEA in the chat bar, and you may say things that say ASEA is just expensive salt water. So we always recommend that people understand that the internet is a search engine, but you need to do your own research. And the best place to go is ASEAglobal.com. But there are also other places that you can go. So one way to do your research, I believe that the bottles in the UK and in Europe are labeled differently from the bottles in the US. And the reason for that is because there are different government regulations in every market around the world. But if you look at a bottle of ASEA Redox with the labeling that we have in the United States, it says ASEA Redox cell signaling supplement contains active cellular messengers that affect genetic expression in a positive way to protect, rejuvenate, and keep cells functioning at optimal level. Okay, let's stop right there. What is your body made out of? Your body is made out of 75 trillion cells, the foundational building block of the body. So wow, ASEA Redox has been scientifically tested and shown to impact genetic pathways that improve immune system health. Would anybody like their immune system health improved? Help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health, and support arterial elasticity. Anybody want to keep their heart healthy? I think we all would, right? Improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. Wow. One product, one bottle can do all of these things. Most people find that they hardly need any other supplements when they start using ASEA Redox. So ASEA Redox has been scientifically validated by a number of different organizations that have a lot of credibility. You can see all of these on ASEAglobal.com. Just click on the science button. Here it is, ASEAglobal.com, and you can look at all the different tests that they've done and all that kind of thing. So ASEA Redox cell signaling molecules can benefit our bodies from the inside out by drinking the redox supplement, as well as from the outside in, like you heard from Dr. Barbie, by applying the redox gel anywhere on your body. All of these are non-toxic. You can spray them in your eyes, you can put them in your ears, you can put them in any orifice of the body in any amount, and you will not have any type of negative side effect. Now, sometimes what happens to people, so what these molecules do is they actually cleanse the cells. So sometimes, occasionally, people will have some type of effect that happens when you're cleansing the body. Sometimes it might be with the skin, it might be through the digestive system, but sometimes you will experience a cleansing effect that will last for a short period of time. And that doesn't happen to very many people, but just occasionally. Okay, so these are different people who have used the Redox gel on their face. You can see things that have changed within 28 days. The Redox gel is called Renew 28 because our skin naturally renews itself every 28 days when we're younger. As we grow older, that takes longer and longer. You can use the, so what we want to do is help our skin cells to function the way they did when we were younger. Of course, you can apply the Redox gel anywhere on your body and often see visible results in just a few weeks. So here's a whole lot of seeing is believing. A picture is worth 1,000 words. This woman applied Redox gel to some issues that she had on her skin. Within 28 days, those issues had disappeared. So if this can happen on the outside of our body by using the gel, you can only imagine what could happen on the inside of your body when you drink the Redox molecules. So feeling is believing. What we tell people is to go ahead and apply the gel anytime that you have any type of injury. If you cut yourself, burn yourself, bruise yourself, apply the gel. And if you do not believe in Redox molecules, you will believe in them because you will see healing that typically takes weeks. It will only take a few days. Healing that typically takes months only takes a couple of weeks. So it's an amazing, amazing technology, just like you heard from Dr. Barbie, that can benefit every living plant, animal, and human. So we see that with animals. We also see it with plants. Here's a test that someone did with some flowers. They put salt water in one vase. They put water in another one and ASEA in another one. And you can see the difference because plants also have redox signaling molecules. So,
magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Yep, that's one of my Asian friends. So ASEA is unlike any other product. It's not a vitamin. It's not a mineral. It's not an antioxidant. It's not an exotic juice. It's not another type of structured or alkaline water. There is nothing in the world like ASEA. It's an entirely new category of science, redox signaling molecules. So like I said a few minutes ago, your body is made of 75 trillion cells. The reason that you're alive, please raise your hand if you're alive today. Is everybody here alive? Okay, great. The reason that you're alive is because every one of your cells are constantly producing energy with the mitochondria. Every one of your cells are made of salt and water. How do we know this? Because your tears are salty. The amniotic fluid is salty. Your sweat is salty. If you go to the hospital and you have to have an IV, it's primarily made of what? Salt and water. So every cell in your body is made of salt and water. And because of the energy production in your cells, every single cell in your body is constantly producing redox signaling molecules. Redox comes from two words, reductants and oxidants. Reductants are essentially anti-aging molecules, and oxidants help balance your immune system to protect your body against viruses. So in this day and age, everybody needs to protect their body against viruses, right? So redox molecules have been shown to impact every major body system and function. The endocrine system, the immune system, the digestive system, and on and on. So ASEA does not heal or cure anything. What it does is it enhances our body's natural ability to heal itself. And redox biochemistry is one of the fastest growing areas of science in the world. Over 10,000 studies on redox signaling have been published in peer-reviewed scientific and medical journals, and over 1,200 books have been written on redox signaling molecules. So like I just said, redox molecules are made in every cell of our body. They're produced and made from two simple ingredients, salt and water. However, is anybody here getting older every day? Dr. Sunny, are you getting older every day?
Well, I'm
Yes,
actually going
we're
younger.
all getting older every day. How many people here eat junk food sometimes? I mean, we're all health nuts, right? but sometimes we have to eat junk food, right? Does anybody here have any stress in your life? We all have stress, right? So because of age, poor diet, and stress, the 75 trillion cells in our body begin to produce less and less energy. And so we develop deficiencies and imbalances in redox function. So now, for the first time in history, we can replenish our body's supply of redox signaling molecules so that we can look and feel and our bodies can heal the way they did when we were younger and healthier. And again, only one company has harnessed the power of redox molecules. Only one company has been able to produce these amazing molecules outside of the body, and that company is ASEA. So there you have it, Dr. Sunny. I can stay around for a few more minutes if anyone has questions or want to have a conversation, but I need to leave here right at the top of the hour today.
Very good, Trish. I mean, that have been an amazing presentation. I'll have to hand back now to our MC for the day. Ash, you can take the floor over and have any question that you can give a break for 4, 5, 10 minutes, and you can actually show some of the other effect of redox molecular and our Saturday program and the upcoming convention where we have a whole hour, a whole 2 hours that'll be dedicated to redox and what it does by Dr. Vo, who will be flying into London for that particular conference. So don't miss the conference. The conference is a nugget producing opportunity. Back to you, Ash.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sunny. And a very special thank you to Dr. Barbie Phillips and Trish for sharing all the invaluable experience and the insights with us today. So your contribution have truly inspired and empowered us. So before we go on break, any questions, anybody directly to Trish? She's here just for a few minutes. Then you see her next month, again, first week.
Maybe you have a comment, maybe you have a question, anything you'd like to share. Maybe you've had an experience with redox molecules that you'd like to share. The floor is open for anything you'd like to contribute or anything you'd like to ask. And if not.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
Yes, Rashid.
Dr. Rashid.
Yes, I just want to know how best I can collaborate with Doc in US to promote this ASEA here in US and also in Africa.
Okay, I think we have a meeting between me and your team on Saturday, 5 p.m. UK time.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have the opportunities of actually discussing this. I know your aim and your strategy is actually exporting this particular product to Liberia by extension. And we also have a Rita here, Rita, who is actually taking it to Rwanda. So Rita, you want to say something about, I know you've only just started actually in the journey. Rita, can you explain yourself, what you do, how you do it, so the platform will be provided to you? So yeah, Dr. Rashid, there is that enormous amount of opportunities and possibility in terms of exploring and implementing it both in the US with your pharmacy and also in Liberia with the hospital you're intending to operate in Liberia.
Thank you.
Rita, are you there? Okay, maybe Rita is going to cook and it's not. Oh, right.
No, I'm here.
There she is. Right, Rita, you want to give the background about what you do and how you came across the redox molecule and what are the possibilities you can look into as somebody from background of health and care.
Right. I happen to have attended the conference about 2 years ago, and I didn't stay for long because of some responsibilities. But later on, 2 years later, during my clinical practices, I just remembered that there was a service and a product that would have helped us with a specific patient. So I contacted Dr. Sunny and we had a chat. However, I realized that I would benefit this product would benefit people in Rwanda, and I spoke to Dr. Sunny about it, and we were in the process. So it's exciting.
Very good. Excellent.
Yes,
Okay.
I think John wanted to say something. Yes,
Yeah, hi,
please,
John.
Before you want to break, last comment from
Hi,
John. Yes,
everybody.
please.
It's just an observation. I've noticed in all these testimonials how upbeat everybody is, you know, very positive, focused, decisive, articulate. And the reason I noticed it is that yesterday I saw a presentation on depression, the most common disease in the world. 26% of the world's population, that's one in four people is depressed. And when I see everybody who's been taking these molecules, it's like they put fresh batteries in you all, you know? So that is something that I think is a side effect, and a very positive side effect of the redox molecules.
Yes, good point.
Fantastic. Excellent. You can follow this particular presentation will be available on our social media in terms of what we do, how we do in our YouTube videos, so that you'll be able to see a lot more. And also we're going to put on the other website where you can read about the redox signaling molecule on the pages of ASEA itself, the real and the actual platform. So you're not actually exposed to the secondary information, you are exposed to the first-hand information in terms of what this product can do. It may not be relevant to you today, but have you thought of people around you, your sideways left, your sideways right, your forward, and your backward, or people that you may know who is suffering from one form of medical situation or the other? Do you? Would you? And you may remember, just like in a flash, what Rita had just mentioned right now. We'll be right back, and we're going to take about 5 minutes break at 8.
Thank you, Trish, for the comment.
Thank you. My pleasure. Great to be with everyone. Thank you, Dr. Sunny. Thank you,
Thanks a lot,
Ashley.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
In the
Bye-bye.
next 5 minutes, we will be back. So take your water, take your salt, take your tea, take your coffee. See you back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
आज से भी learn a new formula.
I know. क्योंकि
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, I see Dr. Sunny is enjoying. Great. All right.
I should go and get my tea. So that's what I've done.
All right. So we are back now, and we will be sharing more interesting opportunities, more interesting product and services with each and everyone here. And I hand back to Dr. Sunny now.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I think from what you have heard so far, it's about a product that is so unique and can deal with so many parts of our body. Just to summarize that, watch out this particular product has been labeled by one of my doctor friends, and this doctor is coming to the conference. Yeah, Ash, show it to us in terms of what this product actually does to the human body. That's the product itself, and that's the characteristics of this particular product. If you look at the left, the upper side of it, it's a trigger genetic expression. Forget about the spelling error. I got it that way, and I'm presenting it that way. That means genetic. If you inform any medical person to say any product that can improve immune systems, how it functions, because that is all part of our body. And the 75 trillion of cells that you've heard from Trish earlier, once your immune system is balanced, then your body is able to reproduce. The body is able to repair, the body is able to rejuvenate itself. In that case, you're not going to suffer from inflammatory influences or any cardiovascular issue or your gut and your digestive system being malfunctioning. A lot of people use probiotics in order to improve their digestive and enzyme production system. But what the characteristics of this product is one in every other form of. I personally can tell you my own experiences. I used to be diabetic up to around about 4 or 5 months ago. But since I've been taking this product right from the 23rd of February, I can see within me that has actually deteriorated. The reduction of my diabetic level has reduced quite substantially. And I've lost my belly as well. Some of you may have actually known me to have a pot belly. That pot belly is gone literally within the last 4 or 5 months. So if that's not the ASEA that actually does it or did it, I don't know anything else. As Dr. Bobby actually mentioned, this is not a prescription. It is not a platform to provide any prescription. What we are giving you here is information, and information that could be useful, that you can have it tested out and verified and validated, hopefully, with all the things that the product can do for you and your loved ones. This is what we're talking about here. Dr. Rashid was mentioning about toxicity and the impact, the side effect. No, this product has no side effect, just like, as it says in there, native to the body, zero toxicity, and clinically researched through the clinical studies. So what more can I say? That's what this product does. I know a lot of you have already expressed interest in terms of ordering their product. Yes. For me, I have a box of 4 every single month, which I use in a process. How many do I take in a day? Just 4 milliliters of the product early in the morning. Believe me, it just optimizes my whole energy and also strengthening all my body parts and components. What does it do? Well, it helps to communicate, helps the cells to be able to communicate with each other, optimizes them, because your immune system is balanced. You don't need to remember anything else. It's just about your immune capability. Isn't that amazing? When are you going to order your own? Do you have to be ill? Do you have to be sick before you start taking the signaling molecule? No. As you may have heard from Trish earlier, our body is subjected to what? A lot of environmental toxicity, bad food, bad everything that we do. They're all negative, and sometimes they fight against our body. So the more and more you begin or you start using this product, even at the time of peace, at the time when you feel that your body is, you can imagine the level of optimality you may obtain in the process. Isn't that amazing? Okay. This product, is it available now? Yes, it's available from our website. And when you want to place your order, you can simply fill in the application form on the website of inquiry, or you can contact Judith directly on that phone number on the chat. Judith will help you to get on board, get this product for yourself and your family, and you can set up an account as well, whereby you can, this product will be part of our entrepreneurial, the entrepreneur program that we promote from day to day. What that means, people from all over the world can actually buy and obtain this product from you, and you get paid a residual commission in the process, a side giggle, a side hustle, a side business, a side gig, as we promoted on our Saturday workshop a few weeks ago. Right, let's go to the next item that we have for the agenda this evening. And this is our BIPI video. Let's play it. Stay tuned.
Introducing an unmatched innovation from the School of Bionatural Medicine, the BP technology. This development redefines the landscape of patient imaging. The BP technology opens a new frontier in patient imaging by infusing the precision of advanced quantum technology into the heart of healthcare. It's not just an imaging tool, it's a comprehensive health assessment solution designed to bridge the distance between patients and advanced care. Imagine the ability to undergo a detailed full-body scan without leaving the comfort of your home. BP makes this a reality, offering a non-invasive remote scanning service that meticulously analyzes 130 organs, delving into the very fabric of your being. From the vitality of your cells to the robustness of your bones and the integrity of your chromosomes. But BP's innovation doesn't stop at its remote capabilities or its breadth of analysis. This technology is a testament to the School of Bionatural Medicine's commitment to personalized healthcare. Each scan is not just a snapshot of your current health. It's a gateway to a tailored health and wellness plan, designed to preemptively address potential health issues and optimize your well-being. With BP, healthcare is not just reactive. It's predictive, it's preventative, and it's personalized. It's about empowering patients with knowledge and insights that were previously beyond reach, opening up a world where health decisions are informed, precise, and proactive. In embracing the BP technology, we're not just adopting a new tool, we're welcoming a new era. An era where the complexities of the human body are no longer mysteries, but open books, where distance and accessibility to new age healthcare are no longer barriers. The School of Bionatural Medicine is proud to be at the forefront of this revolution, bringing the future of healthcare into the present. Welcome to the era of BP technology, where every scan brings us closer to a world of unparalleled health and well-being.
Wow. Isn't that another amazing masterpiece? Where, with the aid of your voice, you'll be able to tell, you'll be able to know some indication in your body. And the printout of that can be sent to your GP for further analysis. Can you imagine this? We have the best product. We have the best technology that can actually look into your internal part of your whole body and able to reveal some indication that your doctor can work from. No longer working on speculative, but precise indication that nudges the doctor or your physician into what they need to look for any infirmity. Again, do you know somebody who has been waiting for NHS for months, for weeks? Almost 8 million people in the UK alone are on the waiting list for more than a year. More than 2 years, in fact. So these will reduce the NHS waiting time. Can you see? Can you not appreciate some of the magnitude and the amount of work? But what we're doing here so far with the product, ASEA product that we have, and the technology that we developed with our partners, it's just a baby step. It's just the beginning of good things to come. A time is coming, and in fact, it has arrived where NHS, as good as it is, but it's going to even be better in terms of performance. We are looking for when everyone around the globe is able to have access to a medical, actually primary care, to say the least. That is preventative, that is indicative, and also that is innovative, which means it is undergoing regular update, optimizing it, improving it, and bringing it to the forefront for everybody to use, regardless of your background and your location. You can have access to a medical or a professional who can carry out initial assessment as far as, again, you want to find out further information or how much you have to pay, the information is in the chat box. If you want to know anything relating to that or you want to clarify, again, you simply send in the inquiry form and one of our team will revert to you in a not very distant future. Let's look into the third area that we're going to look into for tonight, which is our upcoming London Medical Conference, 19th and 20th of this month, October 2024. And this conference is entitled Your Health and Wellness Matters. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the London Medical Conference 2024, where innovation meets tradition and the future of healthcare is crafted today. On October 19th and 20th, the Queen Mary University in the heart of London will transform into a global hub of medical excellence and collaboration. This is not just a conference. This is a journey into the forefront of medical science and holistic wellness. Join the brightest minds and pioneering experts as they unveil new age technological advancements and timeless healing practices. Our keynote speakers will inspire and challenge you with topics that redefine the boundaries of healthcare. Dive into emerging technologies in healthcare and discover how AI and robotics are revolutionizing patient care. Explore the latest breakthroughs in prostate health, offering hope and new solutions. Delve into pain management strategies that are transforming lives. Learn about homeopathic solutions that blend tradition with modern science, and experience the wisdom of Chinese medicine, integrating patient practices with contemporary health needs. Come and engage in interactive workshops designed to ignite your curiosity and expand your expertise. Network with fellow professionals from around the world, forging connections that will drive your career and enrich your practice. Don't miss this opportunity to be part of something greater. The London Medical Conference 2024 is more than an event. It's a catalyst for change, a beacon of knowledge, and a community of visionaries. Register now and be part of the revolution in healthcare, because the future of medicine starts with us.
Again, can you foresee what is actually coming up? It's all about education, education, and education. Let's go to our final for our Saturday program on the entrepreneurship. Stay tuned. Okay. Now, this particular presentation for Saturday is going to be looking into how you can build some wealth. Last week, we were talking about freedom. The week before, we were talking about how you can grow your business, your side hustle, or your side gigs. This particular program is to see how it can support many, many families around the globe to be able to generate income without having a lot of money, without having any idea of what business to do, and giving them a lot of idea or supporting them in their businesses, because running a business is hard. It's tough. It's challenging. It is difficult. But the purpose of this entrepreneurial program is really to provide support and the ligament of the whole human system, anywhere you are around the globe. Just imagine right now, you are based here in London, or you are in South Africa, or you are in Djibouti, you are in Uganda, you are in Moscow, you are in Lebanon, you are in Germany, you are in Ghana, you are in Ethiopia. Any country you're in, you can connect with other like-minded people who are running their own businesses, either in health and wellness or in any other product and services that you can market to a lot of partners and associate all around the globe. Do you like to obtain private life insurance policy? Do you want to take out a mortgage? Are you looking for an accountant who can actually help you to keep your books and straighten them? Are you looking to travel and book a holiday to wherever you want to go? Of all of these, you can either be the provider of this sort of services, or you're the recipient of this, the beneficiary for these services. Whichever way, our program for entrepreneur benefits every single human with every desire they may want to cultivate or have. We're creating an enabling platform that can fortify your very existence, whereby you have a team of other like-minded people, where you learn, where you share, and where you connect globally. Yes, technology brings about proximity, does it not? And on the base of that, our platform is furnishing all possibilities for everyone to thrive, supporting each other to be well in terms of our health and wellness, and also to generate and empower ourselves financially. It doesn't matter whether you're already working full-time or you already own your own business, because this program is designed for people with nothing and designed for people with plenty at the same time. Today, we are bringing this presentation to the climax and the conclusion for that, and we have 3 minutes to obtain question and answer. At 8:30 exactly UK time, the platform will be brought to a close. I know a few people always want to speak with me after the presentation, but tonight I'll be going straight forward to another meeting at 8:45 in the next 15-16 minutes. So I will not have time to attend to. You can drop me a line by WhatsApp or just call me tomorrow anytime from 5 a.m. I will be available to take that call. So back now to our host for tonight, which we're very grateful for. Ash, the floor now is yours with the question and answer.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sunny. You're incredible as always. And before we close out, I just want to say that remember, your health and wellness journey doesn't end here, and it's just an ongoing process. And we are here to support you at every step of the way. So don't forget to mark your calendars for the London Medical Conference on October 19th and 20th. And we will continue to explore innovative ways to enhance your well-being. Thank you once again, and we look forward to seeing you in our next session, which is Saturday, 10 a.m. UK time. Until then, please stay healthy, stay motivated, and take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.